Actor Johnny Depp called his former partner and mother of his children Vanessa Paradis a French extortionist in an email to British singer Elton John, Amber Heard's legal team revealed in court on Thursday. Depp and his ex-wife Heard are currently facing off in a bitter $50 million defamation lawsuit in Virginia, with the Pirates the Caribbean star accusing her making false accusations of abuse that resulted in him being blacklisted by Hollywood. Heard denies fabricating the accusations and is countersuing Depp for $100 million. The second week in court on Thursday concluded with members of the jury being shown video and audio of Depp's violent episodes. Heard's legal team are working to portray Depp as an out-of-control alcoholic and drug addict, while he is claiming that his ex-wife was the aggressor during their heated arguments. During Depp's testimony, he told the court that she would bully him, call him names, threatened to harm herself if he left her, and used hard drugs throughout their marriage. In one instance, 58-year-old Depp recalled how Aquaman actress Heard, 36, told him that his two children Lily Rose Depp, 22, and son Trisha Jack Detective, said he was a bad father. Depp claimed that the truth was that his children did not like Heard. But to counter this claim, Heard's team shared an email that Depp wrote in 2013 to Elton John via email, in which he complained about French model and actress Paradis, and 49 news with for about 14 years from 1998 to 2012. In the email, Depp confided in Sir Elton about his mother's recovery from a health issue, before going on to tell the singer that his children had fallen head over heels for Heard, and that his ex is trying to brainwash his children against him. On the other side of the coin, my kids have fallen head over heels in deep love with Amber, my girl, and that pressure off my shoulders is ing gone. That is unlike the French extortionist, attempts to brainwash them against her, which I'm sure is imminent. Actor Johnny Depp called his former partner Vanessa Paradis a French extortionist in an email to British singer Elton John, Amber Heard's legal team revealed in court on Thursday. Depp shares two children with French actress and singer Vanessa Paradis, pictured together, file photo. They were together for about 14 years from 1998 to 2012. Depp has said that he drank heavily when the pair separated. Pictured, Johnny Depp with girlfriend Vanessa Paradis take their children for a stroll in a London park in 2002, file photo. On Wednesday, Depp described his friendship with Elton John, crediting him for helping him to sober up in 2010 and recover from the monster of alcoholism. Support, Johnny Depp credited Sir Elton John, pictured in 1980, for helping him get sober after his split from Vanessa Paradis on Wednesday. Depp described his friendship with Elton John, credited him for helping him to sober up in 2010 and recover from the monster of alcoholism in the early stages of his relationship with Heard. Depp and Heard went on to marry in 2015, having met on the set of The Rum Diary in 2011. The actor said in 2012, he texted Sir Elton thanking him for his help. "If it weren't for you, I would have been swallowed up by the monster if it weren't for you." He told the court, "Elton was a dear friend who had been sober for 40 years, we had discussion, and he wanted me to get clean, sober." But Depp was interrupted by his lawyer Benjamin Rotborn, who told him to stay on topic. A frustrated Depp said, "They'll just stop talking." Rotborn said, "I want to be respectful of the court's time, and I trust you do too." A flustered Depp said, "I don't feel that I'm wasting anyone's time." Meanwhile, other texts from Depp were also addressed under cross-examination from Rotborn on Thursday, who brought up the actor's friendship with the Brit actor Paul Bettany. Under cross-examination from his lawyer Benjamin Rotborn, brought up Depp's friendship with the British actor Paul Bettany. Rotborn said, "Paul Bettany is a good friend you've done drugs with." Depp replied, "That's a strange question." Depp then admitted he had drank alcohol and done cocaine with him and taken pills together. Depp and Bettany have been friends for years and starred together in 2014 sci-fi movie Transcendence and again in the action comedy Mordecai in 2015. Rotborn read out texts Depp sent to Bettany on June 11, 2013. One of them read, "Let's burn Amber." Rotborn asked Depp, "You see that?" In a low voice, Depp responded, "I do see that." Rotborn said, "You didn't stop." The next text down says, "Let's drown her before we burn her." Rotborn said, "I'd like to apologize to the court and the jury for some of the language I'm going to use." He read the next text Depp sent to Bettany, which read, "I will K her burnt corpse afterward to make sure she is dead." The lawyer asked for confirmation, "Did I read that right?" Depp answered, "You certainly did." Rotborn said, "You wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife." Rodborn also brought up another text sent by Depp on April 9, 2015, which Depp said was to his sister Whitney. Though I never ever want to lay eyes on that filthy WH***** Amber, most embarrassing. Rodborn said, when you called Amber that filthy WH****, she was your wife at the time. In contrast, the court heard texts between Depp and his former security guard Jerry Judge on April 26, 2015, about 2 weeks after filthy WH received this message. Judge wrote, Johnny, lovely to see how you and Amber are so happy. Two of you need happiness. Depp replied, we have been perfect. All I had to do was send the monster away and lock him up. We've been happier than ever. Then in a text to his personal doctor on June 28, 2015, Depp returned to the monster theme. Depp wrote, I have locked my monster child away in a cage deep within, and it has ing worked. We're goddamn best friends now. Rodborn said, you didn't stop. The next text down says, let's drown her before we burn her. Rodborn said, I'd like to apologize to the court and the jury for some of the language I'm going to use. He read the next text Depp sent to Bettany, which read, I will K her burnt corpse afterward to make sure she is dead. Rodborn read out a text sent after the flight from Boston to Los Angeles in May 2014 where Heard claims Depp was abusive and drunk. He claims he had one glass of champagne and fell asleep in the toilet. Meanwhile, as the court was shown video on Thursday of Depp smashing cabinets while in a drunken rage, Heard close to tears and 10 whistles as she was watching the footage inside the Virginia courthouse. Depp can be heard in the video shouting, mother to the sound of punching a wall. Heard asks, what happened? As items can be heard being thrown and battered around. Heard said, all I did was say sorry. Did something happen to you? You drank this whole thing this morning. Rodborn said in the court, this is at your house in West Hollywood. Depp said on the stand, clearly I was having a bad time. I don't know what with regard to, but being illegally recorded by your chosen other is quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings. She tried to hide it from me and laughed and smiled at the end. That was the most interesting part. Depp admitted, I did assault a couple of cabinets but I did not touch Miss Heard. You may have been drunk. It's a possibility, Depp responded. You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine. I poured myself a large glass of wine. I thought it necessary, Depp said. Rodborn asked, you're bigger than Amber, physically. I wouldn't say that, Depp said. Standards of Southern gentlemen are not in your mind in this particular moment. Depp said, I don't know about anyone else but I've had experiences where one does stray from complete control over their emotions at times. I did not try to intimidate Miss Heard. If she was scared to death, why didn't she leave? Heard looked close to tears and her chin wobbled as she was watching the footage inside the Virginia courthouse Thursday. Depp said on the stand, clearly I was having a bad time. I don't know what with regard to, but being illegally recorded by your chosen other is quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings. She tried to hide it from me and laughed and smiled at the end. That was the most interesting part. One did not try to intimidate Miss Heard. If she was scared to death, why didn't she leave? The jury heard deeply disturbing audio of an incident between Depp and Heard where he was begging her to cut him with a knife. As the clip played, Depp wiped his eye with his hand and reached for a tissue. Heard appeared to be on the verge of tears and to be struggling with her emotions. In the recording, Depp and Heard speak in low voices. Depp says, want to cut me somewhere. Heard says, just don't cut your skin, please don't. Please don't cut yourself. Depp replies, I need you. There is a knock on the door and a housekeeper says, housekeeping. It appears they are in a hotel room. Depp tells her to leave, adding, no thank you, there's sperm on the pillows. Depp tells her to cut me, adding that Eliot Spitzer, the former governor of New York, would answer for it. Depp says, hate me. Heard says, put the knife down. Depp says he wants to look at Heard and that the pain will go away. Heard tells him, the knife is dull, it would be the worst thing in the world. Too painful and dull and dirty. The jury heard deeply disturbing audio of an incident between Depp and Heard where he was begging her to cut him with a knife. The knife reads, until death, in Spanish, and Slim Depp's nickname for Heard. Depp is seen looking at Amber Heard as he took the stand on Thursday. Depp described his alcohol and drug use on the stand Thursday, saying, I'd fallen off the wagon when I was doing a Lone Ranger, adding that every day he come home there would be a glass of whiskey waiting. The court heard more recordings of fights between Depp and Heard. In one, Depp says, I become irrational when you're doing movies. I become jealous and F*** and weird and more. In another recording, Depp says, I head-butted you on the forehead. That doesn't break a nose. In a message to his best friend Isaac Baruch in October 2016, Depp was disparaging of Heard. He wrote, is the slippery WH** that I donated my J** Z to for a while staying there. In text in September 2013, Depp told Heard, the only reason we go for the throat is love. Heard replied, my throat is yours. You're going to be the death of me, but I don't care. Depp said, I have other uses for your throat which don't include injury. Earlier, the court was shown a photo from March 2013 which included a glass of whiskey on a table and some white lines of powder. Depp described his alcohol and drug use on the stand Thursday, saying, I'd fallen off the wagon when I was doing Lone Ranger, adding that every day he come home there would be a glass of whiskey waiting for me. His lawyer Benjamin Rottenborn asked Depp, you drink whiskey in the mornings? Depp flippantly replied, isn't happy hour any time? Prompting laughter in the court. Rottenborn asked if the white lines were cocaine, and Depp said it appeared to be. Rottenborn asked if Depp disputed that he carried cocaine in a which had property of JD written on it. Attempting humor again, Depp said, no, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. Cocaine in my experience is normally given in plastic bags. When you put it in a box like that, chances are you'll leave a long line of cocaine behind you walking down the street. The court was shown evidence of Johnny Depp passed out after a drug and alcohol binge. Rottenborn read out a text sent after the flight from Boston to Los Angeles in May 2014 where it claims Depp was abusive and drunk. He claims he had one glass of champagne and fell asleep in the toilet. A week after the flight, Depp texted Bettany, I'm gonna properly stop the booze thing, darling. Drank all night before I picked Amber up to fly to LA. Powders, half a bottle whiskey, 1,000 Red Bulls, pills, 2 bottles of champagne. Depp called himself an angry aggro engine in a blackout who was screaming obscene things. He said, I'm admittedly too foo *** dead in the head to spray my rage at the wine love for little reason as well. I'm too old to be that bad, pills are fine. Rottenborn said, did I read that right? Rottenborn read some text sent by Depp on January 17, 2013. He did not specify to whom. One read, for the idiot cow. Apparently referring to Heard. Depp admitted that contrary to his testimony his father did punch him once. Rottenborn asked, walls were not the only thing your father punched. Once he punched you in the face and knocked you down. Depp said, yes, when I was 15 years old, just before I'd dropped out of high school one morning. In my mind I was done with school. Head asked me to take the dog for a walk or something, take out garbage. I just said no and he gave me a quick shot pretty hefty, and it rattled my head, rattled my cage. Rottenborn asked Depp if he tried to conduct yourself as a gentleman, and he said yes. Rottenborn said, do you live up to the standards of a Southern gentleman? Depp said, that was essentially when you have deep roots in the South and Kentucky. It's not just your parents, it's your grandparents, raised to be so gentlemen, when chivalry was still alive. Rottenborn asked, you think you live up to the standards of a Southern gentleman? Depp said, I believe I do. Rottenborn read out texts Depp sent to Bettany on June 11, 2013. One of them read, let's burn Amber. Rottenborn asked Depp, you see that? Rottenborn read out a text sent after the flight from Boston to Los Angeles in May 2014 where Heard claims Depp was abusive and drunk on Wednesday. The radio recordings of Depp and Heard talking about his fight in which she admits to hitting him, and where he claims she kicked the bathroom door against his head. The recordings appear to have been taken by Depp, who earlier talked about making a habit of it. In one clip Heard tells Depp, I didn't punch you. I'm sorry I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap. I was hitting you, it was not punching you. Depp says, don't tell what it feels like to be punched. Heard replies, you've been in a lot of fights, you've been around a long time. I'm sorry I hit you like this, I didn't punch you. I did not foo *** ing deck you. I foo *** ing was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was. I did not hurt you, I did not punch you, I was hitting you. I'm not sitting here bit *** ing about. You're a foo *** ing baby, Heard said. Shouting, Heard continues, you are such a baby. When Depp says it was a physical fight, Heard says, I did start a physical fight. Depp replies, I got the F*** K out of there. With bitter sarcasm, Heard said, "You are admirable." The court heard another recording of Depp and Heard in which she called him a piece of S3. She says, "Why don't you go yourself? Stingy old piece of ****. Referencing Depp's son Jack, Heard sarcastically says, "I hope to God Jack's stepfather teaches them more about being a man because you're so good at it." The recordings appear to have been taken by Depp, who earlier talked about making a habit of it. Depp can be heard talking about Heard kicking the bathroom door and hitting me in the skull. Heard replies, "I was upset I was on an Ambien, there was a lot going on." In another section of the recording, Depp talks about how in the Australia incident he went to at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. An angry Heard responds, "You escaped the solution. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom." Depp says, "A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a break." In a later part of the argument, Depp complained that Heard had thrown king pots at me. Heard said, "That's different. Just because I've thrown pots and pans does not mean you come and knocking on the door." Depp replies, "You seem to think there's this cowardice in me." On the stand, Depp said, "What was just played was very much the tone, and the aggression, and the attitude, and the need for a fight from Miss Heard. I don't know if that was some need for attention. That was the sound that I'd gotten very used to, the squabbling, the raising of the voice to excommunicate anything I had to say about the situation." Recounting the argument which preceded the audio recordings, Depp said that it happened in the penthouse in Los Angeles that he lived in with Heard. He said, "She came banging on the door, I didn't answer. I was in the shower, I didn't want to deal with any more of that sarcastic, demeaning, aggressive, violent, toxic spew.